Week 15 in the NFL is here, and the Pats are in Vegas, baby. Vegas for Belichick versus McDaniels Part 2, The Revenge. Plus, Week 15, you get 3 Saturday NFL games. It truly is the most wonderful time of the year. Right before I ship my ass out to Vegas to join the Pats party, before the Pats take on the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium, I just want you guys to know we got a bunch of dick pics ready for you on the show that always reminds you.
See, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
I am here to chew bubblegum and kick ass as well as fuck around and find out. All right, let's get this dick pics party started. You can call today's episode a Dickie Quickie because I got to get ready to fly to Vegas, and Dakota is busy being fabulous at the Fontainebleau in Miami. What an asshole, right? Look at this guy. Look at this. He's even using his laptop to humble brag and do like tilt and pans and just show you like how amazing it is. We got like a mega storm blowing it. Which, please, really, like now you're just doing like selfie angles. Like, look, you're such an ass. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dick Picks. It's going to be a quick one today. Like I said, we'll give you a couple thoughts on Pat's cards, Pat's Raiders, offer a couple of picks for the weekend, and so much more. Always brought to you by UnderdogFantasy.com. Join Underdog Fantasy today for the best in best ball drafts, daily fantasy, my favorite, pick'ems, over, under, and more. Use promo code Fitzy when you download the app or register at UnderdogFantasy.com for an up to $100 match back on your initial deposit. Let's see who has joined the chat, Dakota. Let's say hi to a couple of our pals joining in. Here we go. Vinny Saville III, my guy. Let's go. Hope Vinny and the family are going to be in Vegas this weekend. That would be awesome. They're regulars in the Putnam Club for the Pats parties. Here we go. Hello, Lauren Ashley Leans. Oh, someone's tagging a friend to join the party. I love that.
Oh, nice.
Hey, love Jerry, what's up, man? Jerry, no, man, you're the man, Jerry. Thanks for joining today. And here we go. Let's see. Ariana Rezende, even though the Pats game was a bit sloppy and messy, hope to freaking God they play effing better. Let's go, Pats. And yes, thank you so much. Safe travels and safe flight. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hey, let's go, Brian. Dakota, first, how's the weather down there? I know the answer is it's awesome, so F you.
So what happened was, as soon as the Patriots schedule came out, I was on the JetBlue site, and I was like one of the first to probably book a plane to Vegas from Boston and back, just in case. You did it too?
No, that's me. I was pointing to my face when my lower third came up.
Oh, okay. And what happened was, as we got closer to that game, I looked at the weather in Vegas, 50 degrees, 55, or Miami, 75, 80.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be warmer in Vegas. I'll be honest. I thought it was going to be a little warmer in Vegas this weekend. I really didn't know that it dropped down to like, I don't know, like Virginia, Carolina weather.
Yeah, so to me, if I was going to take some time off from work, what would I rather be, right? In Miami or Vegas? And I didn't have tickets to the game.
Off from work.
I didn't have tickets to the game, so I'm like, well, I didn't waste any money yet on the ticket, so I just put that airfare back in my travel bank, and the trips to Miami were pretty inexpensive, and used my Amex points to book my hotel, and now I got to spend a few days in the sun before I head back. So
what a jackass. I can't look at you. Just, you know what? Actually, I appreciate the fact I was thinking that it might be a little warmer. I was thinking maybe there'd be a little pool time as well, but it's a pretty reasonably packed agenda because I don't know if other people know this, but what's happened is that, every year there's always one or two games where Pats fans, not just from New England, but Pats fans all over the country pick that as like the destination game. So then you have all the different fan clubs, like in DC, Nash Pats fan club, which is awesome. The Tampa Bay Pats fan club, Cincinnati, Dallas. They all basically kind of coordinate and decide like, hey, where are we going to meet up? You know what, Masshole 1977. Thanks for joining. It's 82 here in Florida. Yeah, thanks.
Where is Masshole? Is he in?
Yeah,
South
Masshole
Beach,
1977. Where are you at? Let me know. I kind of wish I was in Florida right now too. So
It's not too
they
late.
all
Not
too
late. You could put
I
up
mean,
a green screen,
yeah.
like you're at the
a
stadium.
little virtual background.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this is kind of, and the Patriots picked this also like as a big one. He is in West Palm right now. You
A
lucky
little bit
son of a
north of me.
blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky son of a blank.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump up 95.
A hop, skip, and a jump right across the panhandle, guy.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think there's going to be a ton, like Massholia will be on full display. It's going to be like, basically, it's going to be Mass Vegas out there this weekend. Like probably just Brady and Gronk and Mac Jones jerseys all up and down the strip. Like the insufferability is going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
Quick reminder in case anyone is watching now is headed out there. Someone who's headed out, or you catch this on replay. Saturday afternoon, 3:30 to 5:30 Pacific time in Vegas at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. They got this great music venue and bar called Rhythm and Riffs, and the Patriots are having an official rally, road party, get together, Pats party, if you will. I'll be emceeing that with some friends. Going to be live music, giveaways, Patriots alumni in the house, drink specials. So come on by. Let's get a little Pats rally going before Sunday. We take it to the Raiders at their nightclub football stadium. Quick thoughts on Monday night's game. What'd you think?
It kind of like went like every other game against a shitty team. The Patriots just put themselves in a position to let the other team fart all over themselves. Whether
Kyler got hurt.
Yeah, that Arizona team, like Colt McCoy is at least a functioning quarterback. So Kyler Murray still could have gave the game away. I think it would have been a lot closer, and maybe it would have showed, can Mac Jones win a game against a better quarterback, which again, he's beaten Mitch Trubisky this year, Zach Wilson twice, Sam Ellinger, and now Colt McCoy. Those are Mac Jones's 5 wins.
Not exactly a Hall of Fame resume of who's who to beat in the NFL on your way to hopefully the playoffs. I get it.
I can't keep harping on this, but doesn't it look like Mac Jones is now forcing emotion? Doesn't like that game just look like, hey, eyes on me, I'm going to show that I care. Instead of actually caring just to care, to see it naturally, it looked like he was forcing some of that emotion, which just rubs me the wrong way. Plus, even though Matt Patricia may be abysmal, you never throw your coach under the bus unless you're Tom Brady yelling at Bill O'Brien, for calling a play that caused, I think, Brady to throw a pick in the end zone. I think that's what's the play, right? Wasn't it when he come over? If Brady didn't like a play call, Bill O'Brien said run it anyways. Brady, I think, probably threw the interception on purpose and then came back and threw up his hand and basically lambasted Bill O'Brien on the sideline.
And Bill O'Brien fought back, which is one of many reasons why I would love to have Bill O'Brien back as the OC of the NEP. You are legendary now in your disdain for Mac Jones. I know this is going to be any mention of the Z word, anytime you use the Z name, you get an immediate view. Like we're not going. I don't have enough time to go down the Z hole this week.
But it's not about the Z.
Mac Jones didn't look bad. Mac Jones was not the problem Monday night. Mac Jones did not look bad. I don't think the fire. I don't think the anger. I don't think the lippiness, the emotion is a show. I don't think he's doing it for all eyes on me or, hey, look, I'm going to be the leader of this team now. I think it's great on the field. I think everybody needs to dial it back a little bit off the field. Like it's time to officially play We all just want the plan to lane. Let's all row the boat in the same direction together. So Kendrick Bourne said he got a talking to. Mac Jones hugging it out on the sideline with Patricia. It ain't perfect, but everyone needs to work together because they're either going to win or lose games along the way to the playoffs and or in the playoffs together. And to that point, yes, they beat a shitty team on Monday night. Yeah. No, they did not look in any way, shape, or form perfect. And I can't even tell you how many teams that have a legitimate shot at the Super Bowl I think the Pats could hang with for a half, let alone a full game. But I will say this. Now, I'll also say something else. And that would be that the injuries that have mounted up for the Patriots right now, like Ramondre's out, Damian Harris isn't even working out in full as they practice out west in Arizona before they head up to Vegas. You got Devontae Parker likely won't play this week after the concussion, and shout out Nelson Aguilar for, I know, the best catch Aguilar ever made on the Patriots was spotting his friend with a concussion. Yeah, I got it. But this little infusion of youth that they're going to have to work into the offense now, like the idea you're going to have to throw the ball to Tyquan Thornton now because you're going to be down a receiver or two, getting Bourne involved in the quick game, and now having to use Kevin Harris, who looks like a slightly younger and more reckless Damian Harris, and Pierre Strong Jr., who took that delayed draw 45 yards up the sideline and showed like world-class burst. I'll tell you what, they're either going to suck out loud, and that's fine, and then we can cruise to 8-9, 9-8, or whatever, or maybe, just maybe, Dakota, this infusion of youth and speed, plus Marcus Jones, who's just a friggin' stud, maybe, just maybe, this will open up the offense a little bit and make the Pats, I don't know, dangerous?
Well, let's put it this way, and we still have that bet. And I said, I've never tried clam chowder, and if Mac Jones completes this run, and he's going to have to win again this Sunday at 4:05 Eastern time, I'll try clam chowder if he leads this team into the playoffs. And I don't even care if they lose 50-0 in that game. Just get me there, Mac, and I'm going to try clam chowder. There's no guarantees I'll be able to finish the clam chowder.
I want Steve DiFilippo to make a clam chowder teeny for you. I want it like in an up glass.
We'll bring the laptops to the seaport, the Avio seaport.
Yes.
And I'll have the clam chowder right there live on stream, and I'll try clam chowder. I'm hoping that happens. But let me get back to what you said about the injuries.
Yeah.
This Patriot team, and this is more to do about Belichick and the GM Belichick. When they lose a guy, whether it's Devontae Parker or Stevenson, they're not. It's not like losing Devontae Adams, right? The Patriots don't have
a number one receiver, or
the distance from when someone goes down where they lose a lot. Where, oh my God, like I remember back in the day, and I'm going to age myself. Terry Glenn, the late Terry Glenn, I think is the number one all-time leader for points for an offense when he played versus a team when he didn't.
Whatever the next-gen stat of like
it was a
EPA,
full touchdown.
It
was a full touchdown. The Terry Glenn, when he played in the game, I think the Patriots averaged 23.5 points. When Terry Glenn didn't, it was like 16 points. That's how big of a difference Terry Glenn was to that offense back in the day. So to me, you can withstand these injuries because I just think that there's nobody has such a huge high ceiling that they're so far away from the floor that these guys are interchangeable. We've seen it with receivers, whether it's Aguilar or whoever. There's these receivers, if they get the ball in their hands, they all pretty much do the same thing. And the running backs, what they showed again, they do the same thing. It's not that they have.
This is where I differ with you because no one really looks or runs like Pierre Strong. Like he's completely different than Ramondre Stevenson, Kevin Harris, Damian Harris.
Yards on the ground, though, they didn't miss a beat without Damian Harris.
Right. I'm saying what you could ultimately do with them. What you could do with a Tyquan Thornton, what you can do with a Pierre Strong. Like if you need Kevin Harris to try to be your wrecking ball up the gut, and then you need elite speed on the outside to try to make the quick game work to ultimately set up longer strikes like that beautiful seam pass to Hunter Henry. And you got to give Mac Jones some props. That was a dime. It was well set up.
Yeah.
It was well thrown.
Hey, Mac Jones, you made one fucking good throw that we can all give you props. I mean, you throw the ball 50 times, you go in the shotgun. How many times was he in shotgun, Fitzy? How many times? Every play?
Majority of the game he was in shotgun.
Like, this is what I don't understand. You know how those over the past 3 weeks, the defense has been saying, we know what you're going to run. We know what you're going to run. Well, when you're in shotgun and you run the same sets and just Mac Jones tells the running back to move either to this side or that side, there's only a few plays in route trees that you can run or handoffs that you can run. Like, I just don't get it. How every
and
time
who is that? It's not Mac. That's Matt. That's a Matt Patricia, not a Mac Jones issue.
How do you say that when if you look at when the Z-Man, he was under center more than he was in shotgun? So I think it's about the quarterback preference of the skill set of what they want to do when whatever quarterback is there. And Mac Jones is probably telling Patricia, I want to be in shotgun. I really do. Because Mac Jones, his drops, his 3-step, his 5-step, his 7-step, whenever he can do a 7-step drop, it's not that quick back. So I think the Patriots realize that his mobility in the pocket with this offensive line and these receivers that can't get more than 8 yards down the field, even on a 3rd and 10, which is a huge problem. I think they need to be in the shotgun because he can look over the defense a little bit easier being in the shotgun than he under center. That's the only reason. So I think this is Mac Jones dictating to Matt Patricia that I want to be in the shotgun.
Thank you, Joel Rodriguez, for agreeing with me. We always appreciate that. I'm going to be as one-sided as a cable news network in my opinions and with those who support them. I get it. It's not that hot out there. Okay, that's also the number of points the Pats are going to score on Sunday. Go fuck yourself. Jim Dolan asked, "What's the revenge?" Because I said it's the Pats go west for Belichick versus McDaniels Part 2, the revenge. This is for 2009 when McDaniels got one on Belichick when he was in Denver. Don't think that Belichick hasn't been thinking 13 years later. I can't wait to finally put one on Josh. Belichick didn't care who he's coaching against or who he's playing against on Sunday. He just wants to win because I'll tell you right now, the Bengals, they're going to be tough. They're always going to be tough. Miami, wait till you see what I couldn't.
Miami might be a dumpster fire by the time they play.
Miami might be done by then because Tyreek Hill is banged up. And I'm going to tell you what, Buffalo, as part of that little 3-game Saturday action that's going on this week, which I absolutely freaking love. There's 3 games on Saturday, a 1, a 4, and an 8, which I'm going to literally go from that Pats party, which finishes at 5:30 Pacific, so that's 8:30, right into a sports book so I can or I might have to visit the sports book early and bet everything in my pocket on Buffalo. I think Buffalo is going to kick the unholy crap, the shit, all of it out of Miami. I mean, Tua's 3 worst games as a pro are all in conditions and environments where it was 50 degrees or below. He's never played in 20 degrees with swirling winds off the lake in Buffalo.
Early on in the season, I was an anti-Tua guy. I'm still kind of an anti-Tua guy, but obviously he was putting up great numbers. It's tough to be against someone when they were at the top of the QBR rating, right. So we had to be doing something right.
Yeah, because it was the receivers and the weather.
I get it. Tua, to me, reminds me of a pitcher that's an average pitcher that found his arm slot in rotation that just generates a great split, curveball, whatever. And soon as he loses that ability to be that precise, he loses his arm slot. He cannot throw the ball, and it's just a dumpster fire. I'll keep saying that. So to me, if Tua now has, I wouldn't say regressed, but just lost his arm slot, and that's what happens when you have a guy like Tua that's mobile, I think that's a problem. And the Miami Dolphins, if they start getting injuries, the injuries will affect Miami more than it would affect a team like the Patriots, just because they have super studs running all over the place.
And that's what they rely on is their little twin burners. I won't say, it's not like Edelman and Amendola when Brady called them the pygmies, but they got the two burners. That's what their offense is predicated on and relies totally around. Predicated around and totally relies on. Janine Jackson, I will see you in Vegas this weekend. By the way, real quick before we get to our picks, because I know we said we were going to do a quickie picky this week. my guy Vinny Sav III, D-Hop to the Pats next season. Did you see this little video yesterday, Dakota? If you didn't, and or anyone else watching, this was a clip released by the NFL because the Cardinals are the team on this year's, or rather this season's in-season Hard Knocks, and they released this nice little nug. Here we are talking wide receivers. A little sideline chat between D-Hop and Belichick.
We only have to play you every 4 years, man.
I love you, man.
You too. You too. What a career you're having. Miss half the season, still going to lead the league in receiving.
You know I do my job, man.
Yeah.
Trying to get better, man.
Okay.
Well,
listen, now Belichick has never been shy about telling players he loves and admires that he loves and admires them. He's told guys like Coach Cinco, hey, listen, just want to let you know you're going to do shit today. We're going to double
Randy
you.
Moss.
Yep.
Yeah.
However, D-Hop has 2 more years in Arizona, a lot of money owed, some like an aggregate of like $18 million a season. If Arizona goes full tire fire and is in rebuild, you know what? I'm not going to say like, I want to just be like the guy that's like, that's it. D-Hop to New England, confirmed 2023 LFG. Like, but at the same time, like, if he becomes available and Arizona needs to fix things because Kyler can't play till halfway through the season or whatever next year, like,
Yeah, there's no way D-Hop leaves. You cannot. The guy is like one of the top 5 receivers in the NFL. You don't, unless there's a contract issue, it's the only way you let those guys walk. You can't. And not even walk. They're trade. Like, it just does not happen. DeAndre Hopkins is needed for the next head coach of Arizona. Because if Kingsbury's out, that next head coach is going to come in. It's going to be someone that D-Hop probably approves, and they're going to at least have a year with the new head coach. So,
Alex Hay watching live on Facebook. Softball question here, guys. If you had to bet today, who do you say is in the Super Bowl? Excuse me, copyright police, the big game. So if Dakota, if you were to hit a sports book, like let's say I'm out in Vegas this weekend, right?
Yeah.
And I want to put a little future down on the Super Bowl. What matchup? I personally would put money on. I'm gonna do Philadelphia Buffalo. Like I hate to say it. I think it's a 1 seed off because I think Buffalo ends up hosting. I don't think they drop another game the rest of the way. And if they do, maybe okay. Vinny said, all right. So we got our predictions rolling in. We got our first one: Chiefs, Eagles. That would be the Andy Reid Bowl would be fun. I'd watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my preseason NFC champion and Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys. And I think those are the only 2 bets I still have live on DraftKings before I have to load my because I've been super cold losing everything.
You have been ice cold. The Steelers are killing you. They could have gotten to 7.5 wins.
Well, they still can. They got to go 3-1, and they still play Carolina. There's 3 winnable games, and then they still play Baltimore. So if they win the 3 games besides the Baltimore game, they still get there. They get to 8 wins, and they play Carolina this week, which, by the way, Pittsburgh is one of my POWs.
Well, we'll just put. You know what? Just going to put it up there right now. Dakota's got folks. Usually he has a lock of the week, and that lock of the week last won when Bill Clinton was in office. He's got 2 locks of the week, and actually it ties into a third. Put them up, flash them up. Dakota's locks of the week, ice cold of late. He likes Tennessee getting 3 at the Chargers. He likes the Steelers getting 3 at Carolina, and then he says put them together for a shoe-win 9-point teaser.
100%. It's my teaser of the decade. Teaser of the decade. And I hate teasers.
I know you do.
Again,
you have almost as much disdain for teasers as you do Mac Jones. I get it.
I did. This is true. 100% true. 100% true. But I just think that both of these games, you go 2-0, you win both of those, you're going to win your teasers, so you can go 3-0. Plus the 3.
Right.
And if you tie, and if you push in one of them and win the other one, win the tease, you still made money. So I don't see how I can lose these games. I do have some bad news to report. My season-long knockout pool that cost me 5 beans to get in. We had 80 people, $40,000 prize pool. I was down to 9 There was 9 people left.
9. Wow.
9. And unfortunately, I took it up the yin yang and had Vegas against the Rams.
Oh.
And Baker Mayfield screwed my chance.
You must have lost your ever-loving mind. Like, your shit probably just went sideways whenever he threw that dime to Van Jefferson.
The old Dakota almost came out. And what I mean the old Dakota is we used to have flip phones back in the day and clickers that we call now remote controls.
Ooh.
I literally almost, I picked it up 3 times and wanted to hum it off the wall in my living room. And every time I said, no, you cannot do that. You're a lot older. It doesn't make any sense. Just root for Pittsburgh. So to me, I still have my phone. I didn't have to go to Apple because I was so frustrated.
You thought about it, though.
I honestly thought about it, and I'm so happy that I didn't because it's shown that I've grown as a human being betting on sports, not to ruin any of my own possessions.
Proud of you, brother. I'm very proud of you. That shows real maturation, growth, and development.
Well,
it's a big moment for you. It's a big moment for all of us.
It's from watching your fan therapy every week. You know,
yes, that's exactly where it comes from. I'll give you my last week. I broke my streak. I think I had hit 3 idiotic teasers of the week last week. The Dolphins, in fact, who I am going to be laying the house, the money, the farm, and whatever else I can beg, borrow, and steal against this week. Buffalo is favored. Last time I checked on DraftKings, Buffalo is a 7-point favorite at home Saturday night. The weather is going to be shitty. I think Tua probably throws for 140 yards tops at best. They won't be able to run. But you saw what they did to Mike White and the Jets last week, and that's a much more functional offense right now than Miami. Tyreek is dinged up. I think Buffalo just kicks the crap out of him. So I'm going to all in on Buffalo in the under. But Miami screwed me last week. They only scored 17 points against the Chargers, who put an offense minus the D up every week. Chargers played well enough-ish, but like Miami was pathetic last week. So I apologize for last week's bad teaser. This week, here you go. I got over Tennessee at the Chargers. That only drops it down to 41.5. Derrick Henry just goes full juggernaut this week.
Okay. Well, the Patriots need Tennessee to win. This is the game. This is the game.
So I'm rooting for your Titans. Let's go, Vrabes. Yep. Buffalo hosting Miami. In a 3-team teaser, it drops Buffalo down to 1. Give me a break. Talk about money on the table. And the Jags, the red-hot Jags, hosting the Cowboys. Cowboys have no business being that much of a favorite the way they played last Sunday against the Texans. They're a 4-point favorite in Jacksonville. You can pass on the Cowboys. I know you got Micah Parsons and a pretty good pass rush. But let me tell you, the Jaguars with their receivers and Travis Etienne are on fire right now. You tease them up to 10, love it. So there you go. There's your free money. Merry Christmas. Make it rain.
About that game,
3-team tease.
If you want a player prop to lay the over, I'm not sure what it is, but I would go Christian Kirk over receiving yards in that particular game.
I would too.
Because, Micah Parsons, that defensive line likes to get into the backfield. I think you're going to have to do a lot of check downs, quick passes to Christian Kirk. He's going to have to play a role.
I cannot believe how that crazy contract he got has turned out to actually be a well-spent money.
Fitzy, I went over it last year. Christian Kirk was the number 1 most efficient receiver out of the slot position last year in the NFL. So someone's looking at those advanced analytical stats. And by the way, guess who was second from the bottom? Jacoby Myers. Yes.
Enough with your – listen, I'll tell you what. If your Titans lose this week and the Jags win, if they upset the Cowboys, your Super Bowl favorite Cowboys right there. Yeah. And, okay, let's say that happens, right? Check this out. The Titans would drop to 7-7. The Jags would be 6-8, which would basically put them on a collision course for the Week 18 playing for the AFC South. Like, the Titans have been gifted the AFC South, and they have just been on a brutal losing streak.
Yeah.
That would be good. Fresh blood in the playoffs. I'm all for it. That said, please win this week, Titans. This week, you want Buffalo to win and take out Miami. Pats fan rooting guide this weekend. You want Buffalo to take out Miami. You want the Lions to upset the Jets. And you would like to see the Titans defeat the Chargers, clearing out a little more space. And obviously, the Pats win against the Raiders, clearing out a little more space, making a not so narrow path to the playoffs and postseason for the Pats. All right, Dakota.
Quick question for you, Fitzy.
Hit me.
If you had your druthers right now, who would you rather have at quarterback? Mike White or Mac Jones? Now, you saw what Mike White has been doing and
Ooh.
holding up, getting killed and coming back in.
I literally
you
thought he was
rather
going to be
have?
dead on the field last week. He
I
got.
know.
And now imagine what they're going to do to Tua. Does Tua even finish the game Saturday night?
Ooh, I don't know.
The way that like
question.
Rousseau and Epinesa and Basham have been getting off the line in Von Miller's absence, that pass rush, it's no Judon and Uche. Oh, look at you showing off again.
I'm getting ready to go down there.
I know. I'll let you go in a sec. I'll still take Mac Jones.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Mike White needs to win this game. I like it. If I was betting, I would. It's not my play of the day because I think Detroit is on a roll, and the Jets still haven't figured out a way to win.
No Quentin Williams this week. Quarterback uncertainty. Yeah, I mean,
Mike
Garrett
White,
Wilson's a stud.
Mike White, I think he's the real deal. So if he can
He's
win
fun. He's made
against a
it
hot
fun.
Detroit team.
I don't hate watching the Jets when he's in there. I love hating on Zach Wilson. That's like a national pastime. But Mike White, he's a gamer. Like he's one of those guys where it's like everybody would love to have a Mike White on their team. All right. Pats are a 1-point favorite at the Raiders this weekend. Make sure you stay tuned across the old at Fitzy GFY socials. We'll have tailgate videos, live streams, everything to help you who cannot be out there this weekend, Pats people, Pats Nation, feel like you are a part of the Patriots party in Las Vegas. 44.5 is the over-under. Raiders, the first team in NFL history to lose not one, not two, not three, but 4 double-digit halftime leads in the same season, which is very impressive. I don't know if they get up and rally for Josh in his big return game against his former coach and mentor. I know the Pats are going to be up. You know how I feel about maybe the Patriots finding a way to unlock the next level of the offense if they use all this speed that's going to be necessarily at their disposal with the injuries they have, Dakota. Defense looks good. That pass rush is legit now. What do you got?
Yeah. David Carr is a quarterback, so the
Derek?
only way the Patriots, Derek Carr, there was a David Carr. The only way the Patriots win this game is if Carr gets hurt like early in the game. That's it. Because right now, Mac Jones hasn't beaten the.
What an asshole, huh? Honestly, I mean, he's still going on. He has no idea that I viewed him. All right, now he figured it out. Now I can see he's unhappy about that.
What?
The only way they win is if Derek Carr gets hurt.
Yes, and that could happen. I mean, the Patriots get all the breaks, so it could happen. Like there could be like a small bump against the head,
Look,
and then
look what happened last weekend against a Rams defense that had checked out against a quarterback who got there like 40 hours before kickoff.
Fitzy, the Vegas Raiders are a good team. They're just stupid. Okay? And if there were 3 plays in that game. One, it was 4th and 3 and they were punting and the guy decides to jump in the lane. 2, they sacked the quarterback for a 15-yard loss, pretty much ended the game on the final drive. And then the defensive lineman, the rookie there, basically bats the ball out of Baker Mayfield.
Smacks it out of his hand. Yeah, but they're stupid. So why all of a sudden now am I believe they're going to get smarter? Why are they going to get more intelligent?
Well, it's not about that. It's just that I think Josh is going to have them clean up all the stupidity for this game. This is Josh's Super Bowl. They need the game. I'm afraid of this particular game more than any else because I think the Raiders have talent. I thought they were going to get into the playoffs. They were a playoff team. They were going to compete with Kansas City in that division. They still have that talent, and the Patriots are not going to be able to keep up with a real quarterback because Mac Jones cannot score enough points against real QBs.
And Derek Carr throws the ball away haphazardly with reckless abandon, as he proved last week. He could have iced that game 15 times over. Red zone picks, stupid throws. Josh Jacobs is a load and a half to take down. I full well understand.
Is Josh Jacobs playing?
Let's find out right now. Anyone in the chat box have any idea if Josh Jacobs is hurt? I don't know. Alex, hey, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you as always. Go Pats. I also see, there we go. Thank you very much, Steve Tower. I'm excited for the young running backs with a week full of first-team reps as well. Let's see. Josh Jacobs, since Rad Rob couldn't be here this week, our IT department. Let's see. Oh, boy. Josh Jacobs managed quad and calf issues during Week 14, now also dealing with a hand issue. Raiders are expecting him to be ready to play against the Patriots, but he is very banged up. Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, Carr
Yep.
gets hurt. Jacobs can't finish. Patriots win.
So that's
you
what
go.
it's going to be. The Pats are
And
just going to win.
And Tennessee beats the Chargers, and it's the Patriots their own destiny to get into the playoffs.
Thank you,
How's that?
Danny. I would also like to boo this man. There you go. Jordan Watson, one of our favorite commenters, in the running for commenter of the year. Dakota, you talking crazy. Take a moment and have a Snickers on me. How much is a Snickers bar at that hotel you're at? About $25.
I don't eat candy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I can't. It's a spike.
He can't. Yeah, that's right. I'm sure your alarm will be going off. All right, so you got the Patriots winning by default. I got the Pats.
Patriots win by default. Carr doesn't finish. Jacobs doesn't finish. If they play the entire game, Patriots lose.
The Patriots, Mac Jones and Belichick don't lose when they hold a team under 20. They have issues when the team they have a hard time when they have to score more than 25. I'm going to give you Patriots 20. I'm going to give you Patriots 23, Raiders 20.
Yeah, I could see that. Not
There
bad.
you go.
It's in that that hits you.
Vegas zone. Yeah.
It's right in that Vegas zone because I think you have the. What did you tee? Did you your 3-team tees in that game too? Was it in the Vegas game?
No,
the Chargers game.
I'm steering clear. The Chargers. I honestly think Derrick Henry has 100 yards coming out of the tunnel. Like, that's it. Like, it's going to happen. And Glenn, thank you. We do believe we are the best show on the interwebs. A budget of $0 from a couple of South Shore heroes. Thank you very much, my man. All right, Dakota. You can follow this guy at Dakota.
Guns are coming out.
That's right. Get your last minute swingjuice.com orders in for the sports fan and golf bro in your life.
Got my Miami colors on.
The pickleballers out there. Yeah. All right. Enjoy. God damn it. Yeah, this guy sucks.
Fitzy,
I love you too, pal. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your trip. I'll see you guys out in Vegas. Make sure you follow along for lots of fun all week at Fitzy GFY. Until then, and as always, thanks for watching Dick Picks, brought to you by UnderdogFantasy.com. Take care. God bless. And go Pats.